Basically what this means, the law's changed. If you violate any bond conditions, you commit a new offense, or you get in trouble in any way, I don't have to honor the Killebrew agreement, and you won't have a right to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that? Beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. Is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brandon Lee Hurd. Grab your file. File number 25-22352FH. I have Attorney Brian Montoy appearing on behalf of the defendant and Phoebe McClure appearing on behalf of the people.
A shocking case unfolds in Michigan today. A man accused of unthinkable acts involving a minor faces justice. But there's a twist. Instead of prison, the deal on the table might surprise you.
I have received an amended felony information with count 1, criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree, which is a 15-year felony, and count 2, prostitution engaging the services of a minor, which is a 5-year felony, along with a plea agreement form that states that Mr. Hurd will plead guilty to count 2 and will be sentenced to probation with no immediate jail imposed, in all appropriate terms and conditions, including but not limited to sex offender treatment and substance abuse treatment. That is the Killebrew agreement between the people and the defense counsel. Count 1 would be dismissed. Restitution, if there's any, would be determined by the court. Is there anything else to the plea, Mr. Montoy?
Your Honor, everything you said is correct, except for he will be pleading no contest based on lack of knowledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, okay, no contest. Is that a correct recitation of the plea, Ms. McClure?
It is. Can I pop into Ms. Arnold's office and see if she wanted to be present for the plea? Just because it's no contest, she might want to make the factual basis.
Okay.
Thanks.
You have the right to remain silent during your trial, not to have your silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you want to testify. Do you understand if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at trial? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea will be by application for leave to appeal and not by right? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand if the plea is accepted and you engage in any misconduct as defined in MCR 6.310 between now and sentencing, the court will not be bound by any...
Judge, I do have Ms. Arnold here. She's having computer issues, so she's going to use mine. She just put the plea on the record, so...
And now I have Allison Arnold appearing on behalf of the people. So, Mr. Hurd, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Owens, I'm going to pop in the waiting room, okay? We'll bring you back. All right. Now, you have heard the statement that I read and that your attorney agreed to and that the prosecutor acknowledged. So is it your intention today to plead no contest to count 2, prostitution engaging the services of a minor, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison and or a $2,500 fine, and does require registration as a tier 1 offense under the Sex Offender Registration Act? Do you understand all of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've discussed the Sex Offender Registration Act with your attorney and you understand what will be required of you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you satisfied with Mr. Montoy as your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you'll be pleading no contest, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Neither the prosecutor, the defendant, or anyone on the defendant's behalf has discussed a possible sentence outside of the Killebrew agreement with the court. Is that correct, Mr. Montoy?
That is correct.
And Ms. Arnold?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that correct as far as you're aware, Mr. Hurd?
Yes.
If a no contest plea is accepted, there will be no trial. This means that you will be giving up rights you would have had at trial. I'm going to hand down to your advice of rights. Did you already do those? Oh, I've already got them.
We did.
Yep, I've got them already. Yep, I've got them. Thank you. Okay, if a no contest plea is accepted, there will be no trial. This means that you will be giving up rights you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those rights to you now to make sure that you understand them. You have a right to a speedy public trial by jury. You may ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and court agree, you can have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at trial and have witnesses against you appear at your trial and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at the trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial and not to have your silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you want to testify. Do you understand if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at trial? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea will be by application for leave to appeal and not by right? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand if the plea is accepted and you engage in any misconduct as defined in MCR 6.310 between now and sentencing, the court will not be bound by any sentencing agreement or evaluation, and you will not have a right to withdraw your plea. Misconduct is defined to include, but is not limited to, absconding or failing to appear for sentencing, violating terms of conditions on bond or the terms of any sentencing or plea agreement, or otherwise failing to comply with an order of the court pending sentence. Basically what this means, the law has changed. If you violate any bond conditions, you committed a new offense, or you get in trouble in any way, I don't have to honor the Killebrew agreement, and you won't have a right to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, a conviction of a crime may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have it? And you understand that by entering this plea, you will be required to register under the Michigan Sex Offender Registration Act.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any questions about the rights that I've given to you? All
No, Your Honor.
right, so your response will be no contest or not guilty. So, sir, how do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about the time period of June 6th of 2024 through April 3rd of 2025 in the village of Clinton in the county of Lenawee that you did commit the offense of prostitution engaging the services of a minor?
No.
Okay. Has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead no contest to this charge?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand if I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises or threats or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce the defendant to plead no contest? Mr. Montoy.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Arnold.
No, Your Honor.
Has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence will be outside of the agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Is it your own choice to plead no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, who will be placing the factual basis upon the record, Ms. Arnold or Mr. Montoy?
Your Honor, I did provide the court a copy of the police report.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I can do it. According to the Clinton police report number, which is 25000998, during the dates charged, during the time frame charged in the information at 820 Tecumseh Road, apartment 82, which is in the village of Clinton, Lenawee County, state of Michigan. The victim, LH, who was age 9 at the time, disclosed that the defendant touched her butt under her clothes with his hands. She said she went into his room because she had an upset belly. He lifted the covers for her to come into bed. She then crawled on top of him. He pulled her pants and her underwear down before he pulled down his own underwear. He was rubbing her butt with his hands. She said she had to go to the bathroom to get out of it, and she described their position as laying chest to chest with her legs in between his private area. I believe that's enough to set up a factual basis for the original charged offense of criminal sexual conduct.
That's the most disturbing moment of the hearing, the prosecutor reading what the 9-year-old described. It's hard to listen to, but this testimony is what solidifies the foundation of the entire plea.
Degree, and I'd ask the court to take that factual offense for the charge to which the defendant is pleading.
All right, Mr. Montoy, anything to add?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
Okay, so based on the facts placed on the record and from the information contained in the police report, the court finds beyond a reasonable doubt that on or about the time period of June 6th of 2024 through April 3rd of 2025 in the village of Clinton in the county of Lenawee, that the defendant, for purposes of the plea, did commit the offense of criminal sexual conduct second degree, but for purposes of the plea to count 2, that he did engage in sexual conduct with a 9-year-old by removing her pants, his pants, and touching her butt while they were naked for the purposes of sexual gratification. And therefore, the court finds that the defendant did commit the offense listed count 2, prostitution, engaging the services of a minor by satisfying the elements of criminal sexual conduct second degree. And the court will accept the no contest plea. All right.
What you just heard is legally complex. The court accepted a no contest plea but referenced a higher level offense for factual basis. In simple terms, he admits guilt without saying the words. Fair justice or loophole? What do you think?
Has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D? Mr. Montoy
Yes, Your Honor.
and Ms. Arnold?
Yes, Your Honor.
Accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights. He does have competent counsel. This court has made no agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or possible sentence in this court case with the prosecutor, the defense attorney, the defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of either of them outside of the Killebrew agreement struck by the prosecutor's office and the defendant. I'm going to refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. Mr. Montoy, are you available on, I know what date we're using, December 12 at 8:15?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we will set this for sentencing on December 12 at 8:15 in the morning. Ms. Arnold, is there any preference with regard to being present in person or via Zoom?
I don't have a preference, whatever the defendant would prefer.
Mr. Montoy?
We're gonna come in person, Your Honor.
Okay. So it'll be in person. All right, a couple things, Mr. Hurd, when we get done here in the courtroom, we're gonna go directly across the hall to the probation department and check in. We're gonna get your contact information, a packet for you to fill out. And then also they may tell you today, or they may tell you at another day, time to come in and meet with them. Make sure your voicemail is empty and that it's set up to receive messages on your phone. When you meet with them, be truthful about your background. Obviously you entered a no contest plea, so you don't have to make a statement regarding this incident. And they will prepare a pre-sentence report. We'll provide a copy to Mr. Montoy. He'll review that with you before the day of sentencing. And we will see you back on December 12 at 8:15 in the morning in person. All right, thank you, Mr. Montoy.
So, Brandon Hurd's sentencing is set. Probation, treatment, and registration. No immediate jail time. A haunting reminder of how plea deals redefine justice in sensitive cases. What's your take on this ruling? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Arnold.